Bro, I have...
Bro.
First of all,
Welcome back.
welcome back, welcome home.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I always say that. To be real, I want to start off with a clip.
Let's do it.
Because this, I felt like... I'm excited for this episode, actually.
I'm excited.
And I watched this interview, Rick Rubin, Pharrell Williams. You got me the book, the Rick Rubin book. I got to read. I have it in my bag. Still haven't opened it. Another week, but trust me now, I'm going to read it. But this right here, I feel like is hit an essence of what we talk about a lot. I want you to...
This episode is going to be fire.
I mean, are you like that, or do you get why you are the Rick Rubin?
No, I'm just me and just do what I like. That's it. Simple.
Same.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have the fanfare and the respect that you have in the industry and just the audience that you have for anything that you do you get it?
I'm appreciative of it, but that's it.
That's it.
I'm grateful,
Same.
thankful.
Same.
So
But also, I don't do it for that. I do it for the purity of the thing. I want to feel the thing, and then other people like it. That's the best.
Sure.
Bonus.
Sure.
But I believe we would both be doing what we're doing if nobody cared about it either.
100%.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when they don't get it, we still do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we still love those things as much
Just
as we love the ones that
Sometimes
other people
better.
love.
Sometimes better.
Those are the fine wines.
Yeah.
I want this for everybody, man.
Yeah. Everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. Not everyone's going to like everything you make, but you can have that experience of making something and working on it until it's a true reflection of what you think is beautiful.
Well, we just live in a society that pushes people and really, really hammers into them that they got to go do things that make the most money versus what they love. What would America be if everybody did mostly the jobs or worked in environments or worked within industries that had a subject matter that they love and were obsessed with? How many billionaires and centimillionaires and millionaires hate their lives?
It felt good hearing that from a place of that stature, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's just true, dude. That's how I feel, dude. That is. Man.
Yeah. I like him posing the question, like, what would America look like if everybody was a part of the thing they love to do instead of feeling like pushed into, like, you go to college, then there's like, you could do this or this. You could be the doctor. You could be the lawyer. You can get into medicine. Like, you could do psychology, science, maths, whatever. Like, and everyone floods like to the nursing program or to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like my little sister, she was getting into from elementary school going into her middle school. Or no, leaving her middle school, going into her high school. And she had to choose. She's really smart. And she had to choose whether she wanted to go to like the academy, which is like top school in our state in North Jersey. And she chose she wanted to go to the academy. Like it was going to be bigger workload, whatever. But she was 13. And she's a musician. She loves music ever since she was little. She loves music. She plays 4 or 5 different instruments. She writes music. She reads all kinds of music. She sees everything, and she'll play you any song you want. She's like made for music. And I remember at 14, I was a little nervous. I'm like, "You're in the academy, right?" Yeah. You're gonna do music in the academy? And she's like, "Well, I'll do it on the side." I was like, "What?" She said, "Yeah, I'm going to do it on the side because the music program, I don't know, it's different, and I want to go in the business program because that's going to get me a better job." And I remember, like, I didn't tell her, but I was just like, damn it. You know, like in my heart, and I'm looking at my own lens. I'm an artist, and I followed my heart, and it got me where it got me. But yeah, it like broke my heart a little bit because she chose to go a more practical, you know, societally like accepted route.
Yeah.
and left the music stuff just for fun on the side, you know, and she's in bands still with other schools, and she keeps it alive in her own way. But I don't know. It's like, what if you were the best composer that we were missing, you know, for the last 30 years, and like it was going to be you, and you went the business route because you knew it was a safer option, and you would have a greater chance at a greater job and get the house like Rick Rubin. Yeah. When the house like Rick Rubin is like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like you could still be miserable doing a thing that was safer and made more money.
Yeah.
But if you walk away from something you love, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. I also feel like if it is something that makes you happy, I mean, doing it on the side still makes you happy.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
True.
This doesn't have to be a career. So I guess I could see that too.
Yeah.
I realized too, it's like growing up is like a lot of reality kicks in. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice for Pharrell and Rick, you know? Yeah. But we also, it's like they say we live in a, you know, imagine living in a society that, you know, you're allowed to do whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not reality kind of.
It's not.
Which is rough, you know?
Yeah. It's a bitter pill.
Yeah. They also had a question that flipped me on my head in it.
What was it?
Hagen, career coaching. Guys, don't be like Mikey, straight out of college, sent a couple resumes. You know what happened? Nah, nothing. Nothing happened. Don't be like me. Go to Coach O at OHagenCareerCoaching.com. He's going to get you right. He's going to tell you to answer those questions in the best way possible, to be personable, to be doing this thing, to get your life set up, man. Come on, man. It's not about what you do. Sometimes it's about who you know. And how do you do that? You gotta be a good person. You gotta know how to be I can only think of the word personable. What other word is there?
That's a good word.
What else is there, dude?
Humble, confident.
Yes.
Those are two big ones. I just learned those today.
I couldn't get by if I didn't have you.
Well, and we have Coach O. So hit him up.
OHagenCareerCoaching.com. Anytown, Actors Lab. Guys, let me tell you. Acting,
it's a dying art.
It's dying, dude. I just watched the classic movie a couple days ago. And then I watched Gladiator 2. I'm lying, actually, right now. I didn't watch that. Oh,
man.
But I imagine, I saw the trailer and I was like, this sucks, dude. This sucks.
It could be good.
So you gotta go to Anytown Actors Lab. Get yourself a free consultation.
Yep.
Start learning, dude, for free. Go to his TikTok, YouTube, the podcast. They got Dave on the first episode.
First one.
The In the Moment podcast. He's going to start teaching you today, dude, for free. But he's got in-person classes in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, if you're in that area, man. So start sharpening up your tools, man. It's a blade. You gotta sharpen it. You got to take care of it. AnytownActorsLab.com. And shout out to the patrons.
Patrons.
What would we do without Patreon, man? Probably the same thing that we've been doing.
Same exact thing.
But it's the only way to support us, and it's the best way to support us because you got extra content on there. You got Dave and Mikey after the podcast. What's better than that?
Come on.
Guys.
I
don't know why I have that voice though.
I don't know. I liked it.
But go to patreon.com/YourHerePodcast. Do you live more in your head or your body?
Great question. Great question.
I was like, think about that.
That's such a good question.
I know, right?
Oh my God. That's a good one, dude.
Right?
I think, answer truthfully, I think I'd say 30 years of my life, straight body. Like minimal thought. Or more in my body than my mind. But now I feel like, yeah, my mind like works overtime. And I have to like bring it back to the body. I don't know. How about you?
I think my whole life is in my head. 100%. Most of it, yeah, like 90%, I probably safe to say, is like
in your head.
It's in my head.
Yeah.
And it makes me really be like, dang, well, what if I was in the body?
What would your life be like?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It'd be different.
It'd be
very different.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Be a different person. Same person, different life.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
Very, very good question.
Dude, it's such a good question. Like I had a revelation like yesterday. not a revelation, just something that was reminded me. I was carrying around, like, you don't know what you're carrying around. I don't know if you ever felt this way. Do you ever feel like someone asks you how you're doing and you just keep saying, okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. And like, but they're like, you don't look the same. Or like, I got that like 5-6 times the last like week.
Really?
And I was like, man, I wonder why people keep saying like, you okay? Or you don't look the same, or something's off with you. And I'm like, guys, like, I'm fine. Like, it's life. I'm fine. Stuff going on, but like, I'm okay. Like it's nothing wrong. And then I was having conversations with someone in my life who was like, I don't know how to word it.
Let's be real, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Let's be real.
I'm trying, but I'm also not trying not to out anyone. But
should.
They were struggling with like their own existence, and I feel like I took on a responsibility of like, life's good, man. Like, stick with me. Like, we're gonna get through this and whatever. So, out of love, I'm like, and I'm trying to meet them where they're at. So, and then I stopped like after that, and I said, I think someone asked me the question again. I go, you know what? I'm worried about, and this is me in my head, this person dying, and this person dying, and myself like stuck, you know. And I just, and then I'm like, that's a lot of things to carry around that I'm pretending like I don't have, that I'm not thinking about every day. But what I've realized this week, I wanted to tell you, because I've been implementing it little by little every day. And our homie Jim sent me a sermon to listen to about gratitude. And it was like right when I needed it, and it was beautiful. And in the sermon, this pastor was talking about how he's like, the studies on gratitude recently and like what they prove about how they improve your life. If you're grateful, your life quality improves. If you're not, the scale tips the other way, and you tend to not enjoy where you are. They study that? Oh yeah, there's tons of studies done on this, like sociological experiments on it and stuff. But anyway, he was saying how, you know, a lot of the social media stuff, you're watching other people's lives and they look great and you don't, and so you have a little bit of a negative perspective on that, and then on yourself, and you're seeing it flood your feed daily on your phone, right, on this little thing. And then the ads that are getting pushed to you, or the news articles or whatever, they're framing them to gauge human engagement. They frame them in a way that's like it either enrages you, or it hits some kind of fear button in you that makes you want to go look. So it's not a positive reinforcement, it's a negative reinforcement. And these things that we're ingesting every day, they push us towards a place where we're more likely to be less grateful, more fearful, more just more worried, less gratitude, essentially, less like, I don't know, less gracious to other people around us because we're not grateful. And this little snowball keeps like forming and like growing day to day in your life without you knowing it. And I was like, damn, that's kind of right. I think I'm in my head a lot. And then he was saying how like you can do a simple thing like 5 minutes a day, open a book and journal one thing you're grateful for every day. And that snowball is a different kind of snowball, but it could change your life. Like it can push you into a place of gratitude for who you are and what you have. And then you have the capacity to do it for other people. But if you're doing it from a place, when I think it's where I've been feeling like kind of stuck, was I feel empty, therefore I can't give you anything. I can't be of service on the pod. I have nothing to give because I'm not comfortable in my own skin. I don't feel good about my life. If I don't have that, how am I going to help you? So I felt stuck in that. And he's saying like, if you take one action like this, it could snowball into a place where you have gratitude, and then you could be of service. And then I said, you know what? This guy's got it. like I'm going to take this piece of advice, man. And like, anyway, I said, I'm whatever. Privilege, this word privilege. I'm grateful for privilege, like the privilege of having life. It's a privilege. It's not like I won a lot. Like I didn't win a game that gave me life. It's not because I did anything. Like it was given to me, and like it's a privilege to be here, man. Like good, bad, or otherwise, I'm privileged that I'm alive and I'm not non-existent. And I gotta be grateful for that, and I am grateful for that I'm alive today. I am. And I start there. And then I said, let me try. Now I feel a little bit of something. Like that's hopeful and warm. And I feel a little bit good about myself, like a little better. And I'm at work. Okay, let me treat today. My job is to be of service. And I'm going to put my attention on you. Whoever comes in that door. This was my like way to combat the other thing. And I said, let me make their days better. Whoever walks through the door. That's it. Period. And it was amazing. In one day, doing like just shifting my frame to focusing on let me be of service to them and make their day better. That's my goal. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with my situation or my family life or my friends or my worries or my future or my past. It's not involved. I'm just going to be present with these people trying to make their day better. By the end of the day, dude, I was like, I love it here. Love this job. Like, I'm having conversations with people I never would before. I'm learning like where they're coming to do their shopping and how their Christmas lists are looking and their dogs that passed. And like, I'm getting gems from each one of them. And I said, it was like God hit me in the face with like, Mike, Dave, do you get it? Like I made you for this. Do you see it? Like, you see how much better you feel? Just keep doing this, man. Like, why are we doing the other thing? Why are we so worried? Keep doing this. Keep pouring into other people, man. Keep focusing and like making their day better, man. Because I'm a little scattered, but I told you about the Manti Te'o documentary I watched. Mm-hmm. It's a sad story, and people mocked this. He was a college football player. Mm. He came from somewhere in Hawaii.
I think you told me this.
I never told you this? Yeah. It's a great documentary. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. I forget what it's called, like the Girlfriend That Never Existed or something it's called. But he was a top-notch linebacker for Notre Dame. One of the biggest college football programs in the world and in the nation. And he was the star of the program. Like this guy from Hawaii who came, to Notre Dame in the middle of like North Bend, Illinois, and he's like in the cold. He's Christian. I think he's Mormon actually, but he was like, he's like the best linebacker in the nation, right? Gonna win the Heisman maybe. He's like killing it. And in the middle of the season, he strikes up this like long distance relationship online. And this is early days of like Facebook chatting and messages. And yeah. It wasn't like, it's like late 2000s.
Okay.
That, and like catfish didn't exist.
Yeah.
So he's having this relationship with this other Hawaiian girl. She seems great, right? And she's supporting him online, and like he's getting strength from the relationship, and all's well. And then shit kind of goes weird where she's saying she's sick, and one day she's dying in a crash, and he's like, wait, what? Like, what's going on? Like, huh? And they're like, no, she's still alive, but she's on life support. And then she dies. And he's like, now his grandmother really dies. And then his girlfriend dies. And he's got to go play in like the national championship game. And he loses. He gets a call from like the brother or whatever. And they're like, Manti, she's still alive. He's like, what the hell? What? Puts her on the phone. She's still there. It turns out, to clear all this up, he was catfished by a guy from where he's from who was confused and just wanted to feel something and got into this thing with him.
Jeez. And
nobody believed him. Like all the fans that he was beloved at that time. Whoa. I was a fan of his, and I still am. But like at that time, dude, he was like on top of the world. He was on all the talk shows. He was the man. Yeah. And all the fans that found out that he was like in a relationship online with a guy from where he's from, they were like, oh, he's gay. He's weird. Like he's pretending like he was catfish. Like, what is catfish? Like, how does that happen? We don't believe you, this and that. And all the fans, the online memes, that was when memes were like just beginning or right before, everybody turned on him. And he was saying in the documentary, super powerful, but at the end of it, he was talking about how it felt. He's like, dude, it hurt me so bad when everyone's like turned their back on me. And he's like, but I still remember like everyone had their leis in the stand, like the things that you wear in Hawaii, like those floral like necklaces. He's like, I still see those leis and stuff. And he's like, he says something along the lines of, he goes, something about how like I'm not going to be mad at them though. He goes, because they don't mean it. He's like, they don't mean it. And then he says, and I'm going to rise above all that. He goes, because all those people that make fun of me, right? Goes, I may not mean nothing to them, but I mean but I mean something to one person, and I mean the world to them. So I'm going to do it for that one person. It's that thing we talk about. It's like doing it for the one. And he turned this like such a fucking miserable existence after this like super high to get like just trashed by everybody. No one believed you. He disappeared. Like he played in the NFL a couple of, it went south. It didn't work out. So his football career was pretty much over. And he just says, I'm going to rise above all that. And he goes, yeah, something about how like, it was so poetic the way he said it. Yeah, about how like, yeah, they don't mean it, and how it doesn't mean anything, but to for one person to love him means the world to him, and he's going to do it for that person. He's going to continue for that person. You know, he's going to own all this and carry all this weight, and he's going to move forward with his chin up because of that one person. He means the world too. He's not going to fold. And I was like, dude, just that's my point. And we always talk. I'm talking so much, and I'm going to stop talking after this. But and I'll throw it back at you. I think that's what I'm missing. Like I got away from how do I in my day to day, really, not just saying it, not just as an idea, in the ways that wherever I find myself, how do I give my life the energy I have, the time I have, the attention I have, the body I have, like how do I give it to the person in front of me, because I know my life will be better. And like if I really do it, and not to do it for that reason, just because my life's going to be better, but because it's going to make their day better. Like if I give it up, if I see a life change in front of me and like for the better, if it's like a small smile or like a laugh or like a warm connection, or I can see them leave better. Like I can see it, and it makes me feel like more purposeful or just worthy of having life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it costs you nothing.
Costs me nothing.
Yeah.
But that's doing something. That's an active thing I can do. If I do that, my days are going to be better, and I could build on those days to have a better existence, where I'm not looking back and saying, you know, when you got lost when you were 34, like you never turned back, or you never found your feet. Like you had a purpose, and you executed it day to day in the small ways you could, but those small ways were big. Yeah. To me. And to hopefully, I don't know. I'm nobody. I'm just one of many. Yeah. But I'm saying if everyone decides to do that little act of service day to day and just reach out and say nice shirt, you know, if you feel it, or shake a hand, or hey, what's your name? Or I'm telling you, I felt electric. And I said, why do I ever not do this? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think I found my thing. I just got to kind of stay with it now.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of like natural for you before.
Yeah, and I got away from it.
Right?
Yeah. Life happens. And you get stuck in jobs and trying to make a way for yourself and growing and building and your own family and problems. And
that's how I was going to mention, I think like sometimes working on, I think it's interesting the timing. Right? I mean, I don't know if you want to talk that much about stuff, but like you were kind of like focusing on more like personal things, and like it's still kind of the same vein of what you're talking about.
It is,
right?
Yeah,
but that almost like brought you down to
definitely
spiritually,
definitely,
which is interesting.
Yeah, I got to work that out. I don't know why, because it's still in the same vein.
Yeah, but it might. I kind of get it, because it feels like I don't know if you want to get in that much about it.
I think I mentioned it already, dude.
But for me, I think it doesn't make no sense if like Because with these things where like you say something nice to someone and it makes them feel great, and then that's like very rewarding for you. It's like if you do that to someone that doesn't care, or doesn't do anything to them, then you're not really getting anything back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can see how that can kind of like over time really drain you, bring you down, right? That makes sense.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So then what do you do there? I think it's you got to strike that balance, like you're saying, which I think is good.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it into my everyday. Yeah.
Proud of you, dude. That's good.
Thanks, dude.
To look at that stuff. Come on.
Yeah, it's cool to find. It's cool to find in life when you unlock something and you're like, oh, this is good for me.
Yeah.
Oh, this makes my life better, and I know it.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes my life better. If I can execute that every day in little ways, like I feel like I'm living a better day.
Yeah.
Dave does, and like that's not going to be everyone's answer or everyone's like thing that works for them, but just for me, it works.
Yeah, it's your answer.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna check in on you more, man. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, I said that to you last week.
I'm gonna check in on you more. I had a weird thought, and before, what time is it? All right, we should get into it because I feel like we're gonna talk a lot about this one thing.
Oh man, yeah, we are.
But
oh my gosh, I'm burning.
I was thinking about the past.
I love it.
Thinking about the past. We're always talking about being in the present.
Yeah.
What is the purpose? Is there a purpose to the past? I think the only purpose that I could come up with is like knowledge, research, and a little bit of like nostalgia. Because your boy likes nostalgia.
Love.
I don't know if it's a positive thing, right? Or it really serves much, you know?
I don't know.
But like it's just like, I don't know. Because I feel like a lot of people get stuck in thinking back to, oh, it was better this time. Yeah. Oh, it was this. Yeah. Oh, it was that. Or that happened then. It was great. And like now I have nothing. And like, if we keep doing that, obviously you never move forward. And it just made me like realize like, dang, there is no purpose
for the past.
Really. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It seems like very, like, I don't know. It might be stupidly simple in a way, but I feel like it really holds people up, like personally and just like stuff like that. That's all it's for. Is like, that's why people get wise, right? You like retain knowledge and you can look back to things and learn from it, right? I don't know. I feel like now, I don't know. I feel like I'm just a hater on things nowadays, but I feel like a lot of people like, one thing that really pissed me off recently was I saw a dude I'm going back to hip hop, I'm sorry, but I saw a kid, this like younger white kid saying like, if you like any music that's like old, like sampling soul records or like boom bap, it's like, that shit's garbage. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, that's old. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I feel like there's some importance that like the past has, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's like this little thing of like, you can just learn from it. But there's so much, right? Like, what if we forgot about like things within the past like 10, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? And we're just like, nah, like who cares about all that? Like, this is the new. Like, let's be all here, you know? I don't know, it's like this weird like dichotomy that we live in is like, think about the past and you like, things start somewhere, you know? But where do we like cut it off in certain places in life?
Yeah, that's really interesting, bro.
You know? Because I don't think like, I don't know, I feel like even with like, especially art, I'm like, dude, if you don't think about what people have already made or seen like the greatest things that people have made, it's like, what is the point? Well,
they're a reference to how far we've grown.
Yeah.
It's like a timeline to look back on and say, wow.
90% of things that are made now are like influenced.
Well, yeah. Yes. I mean, everything's influenced from something, right? Like, because we're constantly taking in through the years, like different pieces of work. Yeah. And it comes out some way, like it has to. Nothing is like, I guess, purely organically new. It's like, new-ish because it was touched by the thing that was from before us. But yeah, I like, I don't know, you open a book and you start reading about like the gold rush or something, and or you read about like Van Gogh and like his life and the places he went to like paint and stuff. Like, if you go look at one of his paintings, like it's still, the past is still speaking to you in the present. Yeah. Which is interesting. It's
like puts in perspective like where we're at right
because
now.
Some things don't change. Like that's another interesting about history too, is like you look back and it's like This man was struggling with his own existence and trying to express it in paintings every single day. And then some of them you look at today and you say, you can't even say what they make you feel. You just know that you feel and that you relate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tie to the past sometimes is like, it's almost, for me, it's like, wow, we're not really all that different.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad. Which is human and also like,
yeah,
we got to grow in some areas. But like sometimes we're just human. And like, we still do the same. Like Caesar still got messed up by a group of politicians because he spoke up too loud and said, I'm going to be the boss. And then those politicians were like, let's get together and take this guy out.
Yeah.
How many times does that happen?
Yeah. Literally, like this year.
But that's my point. Like pride, like human pride. You can go read a book about Julius Caesar, and it will tell you in the life of one of the greatest emperors and the greatest, most prosperous civilizations ever at the time, got killed on a Senate floor, stabbed with like a little blade by a bunch of dudes that were his underlings because he got too big for his own britches. It's a cautionary tale. Like that's why the history is important too. It's like, you can't be too proud, man. Don't pretend like you're God and start running everything because the people that you're trying to run are going to turn on you because they don't want to be run.
Yeah.
They want to be led, but not run.
Yeah. It's funny. Like people have been making the same mistakes forever.
Forever. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking about Romeo and Juliet. I was like, man, they and this is Shakespeare. This is like Middle Ages or like after the Middle Ages, but you know, Shakespeare writing a play about two young lovers. How great is it when you're young and you're so passionately in love that like nothing else fucking matters? You know what I mean? You feel so deeply. It's life and death. And then you think the one's dead. I'm gonna just do it to myself too. And then the other one wakes up and it's like, no. And then they do it to themselves. It's perfect because we all feel that when we're young, like that deep, deep love and attraction and the chase and the, it's us against our families. They don't understand. We know. It still speaks to today. I was walking, I just saw a young couple on a bench and I was like, they know. They know. They feel the same way he felt when he was writing about these two people. Definitely. And they're in a car and it's freezing cold and at the Barnes & Noble parking lot. And they're the happiest two people in the world, just chatting with each other and flirting and, you know, whatever. They're so happy. They're deeply in love, dude. At that age, that's what you are. So that's talking to the past. Like, some things don't change. Like and I find it cool. Like I find it really exciting and warm that the people and that's what interests me about them is like the time was different and what they wore was different and what they ate was different and how they got around was different and they had no electricity and they had whatever plumbing and and they still built beautiful structures and this and painted but they still felt the same things we felt in their own way. They definitely did. So I don't know. So I guess I look at the past sometimes. I'm a history like cuckoo bird. I love it. And I think that's why I love it. I love to stand where they stood. I like the dueling grounds we went to. Yeah. That's right over there.
Yeah.
Like to know Hamilton like got killed.
Yeah.
Shot by the vice president of the United States.
Yeah.
Aaron Burr on that like cliffside. We're just standing there. Like people just driving by like, what's up? Yeah. It happened right here, guys. Guys. To me, it's a big deal. Yeah. I get excited. I get juiced up. But does it serve? To me, that's the purpose. I get. I get a little buzz.
I think it's still like what you're saying is kind of leans into like the like the knowledge of it. You know, like you learn from the past. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. You know?
That's it. The knowledge I love. Of it. But holding on to the past as my past, like. Yeah. It was so much better than the nostalgia. Yeah. That's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I get scared with that. I know it's nice to go back. You love nostalgia.
Yeah. I mean,
it just hurts.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It's like a sweet.
Oh, I like cool nostalgia. I don't like old nostalgia like that. No, I don't like hurt nostalgia.
No.
I like video games and like Nintendo.
Oh, that kind of stuff's excellent, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, touching the thing that existed because it meant something to you. That stuff.
But just like even like from movies. Imagine someone told you not to watch like It's a Wonderful Life,
dude. Are we?
Because it's old. Yeah, we're going.
Oh yes.
We're going live in the city.
Boom.
Come on. But imagine someone said like, "Nah, that shit's too old." Like, dude, we're in 2024. Screw that. That's garbage. It's old. It's black. It's black and white. Why? Huh? Are you guys are just losers?
Come on, man.
Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
To deny yourself all that.
Yeah. You know what I watched? Guess.
You said old movie?
Yeah. You get one guess.
Damn it.
It's one I think you would appreciate.
How old are we talking?
I don't know, actually.
70s, 80s, 90s, 60s?
Maybe,
50s?
yeah, around there.
Godfather.
No. Fuck. I watched The Godfather before.
I don't know. That's
First time. There Will Be Blood.
Oh, that's 2010s. What'd you think?
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah. 2000s or 2010s.
Really?
I think 2010s.
Holy shit. It looks so, like, old.
It's supposed to.
Oh. Maybe because I watched it in, like, 480p.
That's probably why. You ripped it?
No, I bought it on YouTube.
But
But it was just...
bad.
It said it was HD.
Okay. It got your ass. What are your
it's
thoughts, man?
one of the best movies in history.
Is it not incredible?
I'm going to be real, bro. I was like... Because I remember you saying it was, like, your top
Top 5.
movie.
It is my top
You said
movie.
your number one.
Yes,
You said
it
number
is.
one.
I had to.
Dude, it is. I feel like it was like, I don't know why it's a perfect for what we've been like, I don't know, this past day of what we've been talking about.
Yes, man.
I was just like, dude, this is, talk about like losing morals.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Spoiler alerts for anyone. I don't know.
I mean,
Have to say that.
if you haven't seen it, you're screwed.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I didn't know what to expect. The beginning, it's just like 15 minutes of silence.
Digging
Yeah.
and making a pipeline and
Yeah.
like building a business like
Yeah.
with his fucking hands.
Yeah.
It tells you everything about the character.
Like, I don't even know where to start with it. Because it's just like,
Wait, what made you watch it?
I don't know. Like
You just
I
called?
I was like, I gotta watch like something. I gotta watch something.
I love this.
Because I was at the gym
Yeah.
and I watched Baby Driver
Yeah.
and like, you know, I finished Baby Driver. I'm like, what am I gonna watch? I was like,
Yeah.
what was the one like the top? I want to watch Jim's top. Jim's top was Taxi Driver, so I was like, I'm not gonna watch that because I already watched it. Which great. Also, probably that's probably my top 5 too at this point.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, because
yeah.
like it's so good,
Scorsese.
really fucking good.
Scorsese. De Niro.
But then I remember yours. I was like, what was that one movie? And I was like, oh shit,
There Will Be Blood.
yeah. Because like I didn't know what to think of it.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was more of like a, I don't know. I thought it was going to be like something completely different.
Yeah.
But dude, oh my God. I don't know.
What are your thoughts?
What do you love about it?
Ah, dude, again. I think those setup, the way he I mean, it's one of the best written characters ever, too.
Yeah. I hate him.
Daniel Plainfield.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, Daniel Plainfield or Plainview?
Yeah. Plainview.
Plainview. Daniel Plainview. He's introduced to the movie digging with his bare hands and falling into. He's trying to find oil. He's trying to strike for oil because his heart. We don't know why, but we know the most important thing to him is clearly, I want to be really, really rich. I want to have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
And I want to be the biggest oil tycoon there is. Period.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do it myself. And he says everything without saying a word in 15 minutes, right?
Yep.
Perfect introduction to a movie. Because now you're invested. What's this guy going to do?
And the best part about it too is like explaining him is like he's searching with his bare hands alone, right? No help.
Yep.
Going down a hole. Goes up, dynamites it, falls in, doesn't really care, right? He's kicking
Willing to
himself
risk- yeah.
to home.
Willing
Doesn't
to
give a
risk his
shit.
body for this purpose, man.
Yeah.
He's willing to risk everything.
Yeah.
and that would be good enough.
Yeah.
This is for people listening, this is a perfect example of storytelling where you don't say it, you show it.
Yeah. And it's still no word said.
You show it.
15 minutes in.
And how invested are you in 15 minutes? You're in it. You're in it.
Immediately. You know what also struck me?
Go ahead.
Is how like every scene matters.
They all matter.
Except for one.
Which one?
There's one is just a flashback. Like
Okay.
him to his kid. I'm like, you don't need to show it. But I get it.
Fair point.
But
I would
everything
say
else, I'm like, dude. I don't know. The whole time I was like, dude. And then once it got to the like near the ending scenes, I was like, what? I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And the brothers, the whole arc
Yep.
and everything.
How about that?
Holy shit, man. And one thing I love too was like the just what it was what so he goes to he finally gets this like the oil whatever rig like going, right?
Yeah.
The first one that he finds. And then he's looking for something else. So he goes to these hills or whatever cuz some guy comes to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, like, you know, I know where oil is. Like, I know I can get you rich. You know,
Well, this back then there was people trying to sell you plots of land that were dry.
Yeah.
Just trying to get your fucking money, scam you.
Yeah, to scam you. And this one kid comes and he's like, hey, I know a place. Like, and he's being real sketchy about it.
Yep.
He's like, you know, give me money, whatever. And he's trying to haggle him, but he doesn't really. I love he's trying to haggle, but he's like not in a way. He's like not really being careful. It's like he kind of knows how the shit goes.
Yeah.
As well, but also like I don't give a shit. Like give me anything. You know, I'll find oil even if there's none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And he finally goes to this little ranch place, weirdest family ever. And
the pastor, the young pastor.
Yeah, the Paul Dano, right?
Paul Dano,
dude. His character, dude. When he first comes up, is the best.
How crazy!
So they go to this land and they go set up camp away from the house.
Yeah.
The son, Paul Dano, plays him. Eli comes up to them to introduce, and he just like shakes his hand, like he looks at both of them. He's like, I know what the fuck you're doing here. I know what the fuck you're here for.
I know what you're doing here.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
And they're there for dinner.
Yep.
And immediately, dude, Daniel goes straight into like business talk.
Yep.
Gets the women out the room.
Yep.
And I love it because immediately you know Eli now.
Yeah. He's a swindler too, bro.
Yeah.
And he's going to humiliate you.
And he's from the church.
Yep.
And he's preaching the good word.
Well, listen, what does that say?
Yeah.
That's why the film's great.
Yeah.
That's a great character.
Amazing.
Right there. Isn't it?
Yeah. It's the best. Because you're like, oh, these two people are the same.
And can I this may blow your fucking mind because I didn't get this till years later.
Yeah.
The baby.
Yeah.
The child that's left.
Yeah.
That Daniel finds and takes as his own son, right? Where does he come from?
He said it was left on his doorstep.
Right, well, he was just left just left.
Yeah.
He was abandoned, right?
Yeah.
He was just someone ditched him.
Yeah.
This baby, this child. The writer of this story. Think about the construction of this relationship. He puts the one pure thing that can save Daniel Plainview's whole life. It's the only thing that juxtaposes his heart being money.
Yeah.
The pure thing of a young baby boy who could be his son. He literally places him at his feet.
Yeah.
And says like, Daniel, if you just give up some of that oil stuff for this precious life in front of you. And he does. If you see in the movie, he does start to fall in love with this little boy in a major fucking way. Yep. It's the only time you see warmth from him in his own way. Whereas there's like some hopeful, endearing parts of him coming out. And what does he do? Right? He even hurts the child with being around this oil refinery, right? Yep. He loses his hearing.
Well, that's like, because it's also to the point where like he doesn't, he gets hurt. I mean, the kid, you can, from Daniel's perspective, you could say he hurt himself. He's playing around over there. But Daniel isn't a dad. He doesn't take care of him.
That's right.
He's not watching him. He's not being a dad.
That's right.
He's being an oil guy.
And it costs the kid.
Yeah.
But what does he choose to give the kid? Oh, to send him on the train, right?
The kid gets, mentally or hearing loss.
Hearing impaired.
Yeah. And
he sends him to a school, right?
It's the worst because you see oh my God, I swear when he left him on the train. Because you didn't know it was coming.
No, but he made that choice, man.
Immediately.
He said, I'm going to stick to this oil stuff and I'm going to make money and you're going to go off because I can't.
He started hating the kid because of this?
Yes, man. But think about the end now, bro. Now fast forward to when
that ending scene
when the kid's in the mansion and he's shooting. Daniel's shooting just vases.
Yep.
Because he has nothing to fucking do. He's got all the money in the world. He's got his estate. Nope. He's got the biggest oil refinery, right? Yep. He did it. Yep. He's a tycoon. He got the thing he set out to do when he was digging. This is me, 28 years old. This is Dave trying to be the best actor in the world. I'm Daniel Plainview in the fucking... That's why I like the movie.
Yeah.
That child's now grown up to a young man, beautiful young man, when he has his aide with him, right? And he's communicating. And Daniel says there, and it breaks his heart because he knows he fucked up. And he says, "You're just a baby. You're a bastard in a basket.
Yeah,
that's all you are to me. You mean nothing."
Yeah.
So that's it, bro.
Yeah.
You sold your soul for some dollars, and you lost the one thing that was going to save your whole life.
Yeah.
It's going to save your soul. And what happens at the end of the movie? Kills Eli in a bowling alley.
Yep.
In his estate.
Yeah.
It's just the depravity that man will sink to.
Yeah.
And if you're not caught.
And I love too is just the way it's set up, and I guess it's the writing, dude, is the fact that Eli, this guy that he met, right, through this family of getting this oil rig, and he's the only opposition really he's ever really had.
Yeah, he is the antagonist.
And the fact that like his opposition it's basically God. Right?
Yeah.
It's like God judging him, and he's not a religious guy because he doesn't give a shit about anyone or anything or any God.
Right.
And he even pretends, you know what I mean, to feel that, to get his way.
Yeah.
And manipulating. And then in the end, Daniel's son marries into the family.
That's right.
Into the family. So now that's your brother-in-law.
I forgot. You're right.
The craziest shit in the world, man. I was like, that is insanity. No wonder he kills him.
Yeah.
Because that's like his, and he even says at the end, I'm finished. I'm done.
Yep.
I did it. I did something. I accomplished something that I wanted to do.
Isn't that chilling?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's a great story.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It makes you think.
That's one of the best, probably, I don't know.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
I'm so glad you watched it.
Really good.
I'm so glad you watched it.
Amazing.
I love that you're on treadmills watching movies now.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
I had to get off and I went home. I'm like, I gotta watch it.
Really? You're like, I gotta finish this.
Well, I was like sitting on the treadmill, like, I can't be on the treadmill for 3 hours.
Yeah. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you watched that movie, bro. Shout out.
What are some things I wrote down, though?
Hey, dude. What'd you write?
Score was amazing.
Score.
The music and everything. Like all the sounds and like this crazy violin.
Yeah.
And at the end, it's like this, like this, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
It's incredible.
So good.
Wow, so you're even listening for the score, dude?
Yeah. Well, I listen to all this shit.
Let's go.
I started thinking about like the darkness that we all have.
Oh, yeah.
Hidden behind like the darkness behind like a smiling face.
Yeah, bro.
Because that's his whole thing. He's like, yeah, like, oh, this is a family business.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're here. Like, this is my son. You know, like, look, I'm doing it. Like, guys.
Family business.
It's like, bro.
Yeah.
The amount of like lies, you know, that are told in business and all this shit to get your way.
I have a story.
The image. Okay.
And it's exactly about this.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm going to frame it as if it's me and you, but I heard this story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So me and Mikey, we're at a club, right?
Okay.
Dude. You having fun, bro? Let's get a beer.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man. Oh, check it out. Cute girls coming up to talk to us. Hi, guys.
Sup?
So, okay.
Sup?
That's how you say. Oh, no.
Sorry, no.
She's got to go. What? Drink in your face. So the beautiful girl walks up to us at a club, right? This is what we're both single. This is years ago.
Yeah.
We're drinking, having fun, but you're a little bit more drunk than I am. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit more drunk than you are.
Okay.
Okay. She says, "Hey guys, want some drinks?" And you're like, "I don't really want any more drinks. Like we're good. Like I don't have money like that. We're not trying to buy more shit. We're good. But like you guys drink if you want." She goes, No. I'm gonna buy you guys drinks." Beautiful girl, right? Red hair, like long red hair, green eyes, like beautiful. And so you say, "All right, well, if you're going to buy drinks, like we'll have some drinks, right, Dave?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." Like what? Me? I'm going to rage all day. So we start drinking with this girl and she keeps buying us drinks. But you notice you stop drinking kind of because you're like, well, I got to drive us home. Like I'm not going to drink. I can't drink no more. But you're not telling her that.
Yeah.
You're just going along with it. Okay. Just imagine this.
Yeah.
But you notice that I'm gone. I'm slumped.
Yeah.
Drool coming out of my mouth. Like I can't keep my head up. And you notice that she keeps leaning towards me now. She's kind of like giving you the shoulder and she's giving me a lot of the attention. It's weird, right?
Weird.
So this is a real story. Okay. So she says, "Oh, I'm going to take him home." What do you say?
No, you're not.
Boom. You say, "No, you're not."
Yeah.
What? Oh, come on. It's you don't want him to have a good time. Like look at like we're gonna have fun. What do you say? You say no.
Nah.
Yes, thank you. So you say no. You say he's coming home with me. I brought him here. He can't even hold his head up. Like no, he doesn't have. He's gonna wake up in some place he's never been. No.
He doesn't even have condoms.
Exactly. So no, he's coming home with me. And she says, okay, how about this? I'll send him home in an Uber. How about we hang out, me and you? Now this girl is saying, Mikey, well, hang out with
Well, now I'm curious.
you. So what do? You put me in the Uber.
Yeah.
Ooh, bye, Dave. Just, have a good night. And she says, all right, let's get in my car. So you go in her car.
I don't know if I go car.
Or she goes in
That'd
your
be
car.
well.
She goes in your car.
Okay, I'll do that.
She says, here's the address, but before we go over there, like, let's drink a little bit. And you're like, well, I don't have money like that. I'm told you, like, I'm tapped out. And she's like, no, I'm just, like, stop at the liquor store. Like, I just want to get a bottle of something. So you say, okay. You drive to the liquor store. She gets
I
out.
don't know if I would do this.
Let's go along.
Okay, keep going.
So Davey's gone. Now it's only Mikey and the girl.
Yeah.
So, and the redhead girl. So she goes in the liquor store. She gets a bottle of, let's say, like Tito's vodka, and she gets apple juice, right? You wanted to chase her in a vodka. Here you go, Mikey. And she's watching you. And she's watching you. And she's like, oh, go ahead, have some. And she takes a sip, and she's like, here. Now you're skeptical a little bit at this point because you're like, why is she making me? Like, I know she's got a thing for probably drunk guys. Like, she wants to be with a really inebriated person. That's her thing, I guess.
Interesting.
So you drink a little bit, but then you're drinking the apple juice. You're pretending to drink the vodka, but you're spitting in the apple juice.
Oh,
so you're trying to show that you're drinking, and you're pretending like you're more drunk than you are because you can tell that's her thing.
Strange.
You're horned up.
Okay,
so you're going with it.
All right.
You're a young guy.
Okay.
You're trying to see where the night takes you.
Okay,
right?
I'm following.
The night's open. You could end anywhere, and you're there for it. So you get to this place, right? And like none of the lights are on. It's like a little suburban home. You're like, that's kind of weird. There's no like porch lights or nothing, but whatever. She's like, all right, come follow me. And she opens the door and you go in and you close the door behind you, right? But when you get inside, she kind of like dips off into her room, right? And there's like no lights.
Is this Chris Hansen? What's going on?
Right. So she dips off into like a side room. She's like, oh, I'll be right out. And you could kind of make out like she's like whispering or something, or she's talking to herself or singing to herself. You don't really know what.
I don't like this.
She's like, hey, you got to pee. And you're like, I'm just going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to go pee and get myself together, right? You're going to get primped up. You go to the bathroom. You do what you got to do. But when you're in the bathroom, again, you hear like a little bit of whispering, right? So you open the door because now you're like, hold on a second. Like, what's going on here? So you open the bathroom door. You're at the end of the hallway now. So you're in the house. And you open the bathroom door in the hallway. All you see is the girl, boom, 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 boom. You see her running from one room to the room across. You just see the red hair.
What are you doing?
Hold on. You just see the red hair kind of tailing out into the other room, right? And she's in the other room now. And now you do hear another girl. So now you hear two girls talking to each other, right? And you're listening. And when you're out of the bathroom listening now, oh my God, this freaks me out. So now the red-haired girl comes out, and as she comes up to you, she's like, all right, come on, come follow me into this room. She has a different face. She has a different voice and a different face. She has the same red hair, and that's it. You notice it's a different person with a red wig. Okay?
Okay.
And you say, hold on, before you do that, I'm really drunk. I'm just going to go back into the bathroom because now you're really nervous. You close the door to the bathroom and you lock it. And you're like, I got to get out of here, I think. Like, I got to get out the window or something. Yeah. You hear a man's voice saying, who's going to do it? Like, one of you guys got to do it. Like, I'm fucking... You open the window, you run for your fucking life, and you never look back. You go back the next day, you call the landlord, and you say, hey, I'd like to rent the place. Like, who was there recently? Like, I had a friend who was there recently. Never been rented in like 6 months. Like, I haven't had anyone live there. Ugh. So you don't know who it was. The person disappeared off the face of the planet. Those two girls and guy, for whatever reason, whatever they were going to do to you.
They're going to kill you.
Would you say so?
Yeah.
Dude, that's my point.
That exists.
That's a real story. I just heard that. Can you imagine? Like, were you in it? Think
Yeah.
about that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it could have went so south because you just were like, oh, pretty girl. Like, oh,
Yeah, you're just drunk. Yeah, that's someone bringing you back. Just rob you, knock you out.
Take your organs.
Maybe,
I don't even know what.
Simply just knocking you out is scary enough to take your shit.
But a robbery, you could do. You don't have to do all that.
mean,
I
it's
think
pretty
that's a murder.
It's pretty easy.
I think that's some kind of weird, sick murder.
Really?
Yeah, that sounded like a murder to me. Because I don't think you go through all that to rob somebody. I think like you could just like drive them over there and then be like, "Hey, give me your shit."
That's true. Yeah, they were gonna do something weird.
Yeah. That's my point with like.
Why are you telling me this?
When
right
you're
now?
talking about darkness and people, it reminded me of like, imagine this dark. That's
like
just a girl in a club.
planning shit.
Yeah, dude. And then imagine how many people you see day to day, like who's done some really dark shit or is thinking about doing dark shit, like today that you interacted with. You know what I mean?
Now this is why I stay home. This is why I stay home.
Talking about dark shit, Luigi got popped.
Yeah. I don't even care about Luigi, dude. I'm scared now.
2 minutes to talk about it. Luigi got popped.
Luigi got popped, dude. He's so hot. He's fucking hot, dude.
No.
Good on him, man.
United Healthcare CEO gets gunned down.
I have United Healthcare. Am I good?
I don't think
What's
so
going
anymore,
on?
man. Rest in peace. The guy got killed.
Yeah, rest in peace, dude.
Guy got shot.
If you're even like, I don't understand. If you are saying or you're balancing like he's a CEO, like he deserved it. The healthcare system's real fucked.
That's crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
And you're a problem. And I'm sorry, but that's simply how it is. No one should die.
I ride with you.
Whatever they do.
Yeah.
People in prison shouldn't die. Right?
I ride with you.
I don't think you should be killing people. And if that's crazy to anyone, sorry.
Yeah, but he's cute. And he did the Lord's work. Hey, no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
That's even more, now that he told me that story, that's even scarier.
Isn't it?
10 times scarier. Because you can go on his Twitter and he's just talking about philosophy and like reading the same books I've read. It's like, no.
Because whether you like it,
I don't want to know.
Whether you like it or not, that dude, the CEO, whatever company he worked for, whatever bills he signed or whatever, he has a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That went home without
a human being,
father, and without whatever. And I understand healthcare. A lot of people get touched by healthcare. He isn't the entire system. He's the head of the system, sure, but he is having to make tough choices. Whatever. I'm not defending him. You can't, in my opinion, like. We're gonna turn this guy.
Is crazy.
We're gonna turn this guy into a hero. We're gonna turn the shooter into a hero. That's what we're gonna do.
It's crazy. We're even saying this.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's crazy. To me, it is.
It's insane. It's insane.
I understand. Like
I don't.
Someone in your family dies from bad health care, or not being able to get the right health, or they had United and the shit didn't cover enough, or whatever. I get that. Like that would make me fucking crazy too. It doesn't make it okay to gun down the CEO. That's my point. You got to pay for that. You're not a hero. That's my point.
Yeah.
Like it or not, that's how I feel about it.
I agree 100%.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Insane.
Wild.
The world's going downhill, guys. No big deal. Everything's cool. That's it, man. That's the podcast. All right. We had a great time.
Yeah.
I'm looking up. Dave's going to keep, being present.
Yes.
Doing the right thing.
I promise. Dude, be grateful.
Don't kill anyone.
Don't kill anyone,
and
guys.
Don't idolize the people that do, even if they're cute.
And write in your journals one thing you're grateful for.
There you go.
There you go.
My name is Mike. I'm signing out.
My name is Dave. I love y'all. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to one another. Boosh.